Hello video watchers, my name is Rachel Hewitt and I'm here today to talk to you about
what it means to be an innovative practitioner
in the field of my specialist subject, which is art and design. I'm currently training post-compulsory education on placement with art, design and media level 3 access students. By creating this video, my intention is to explore from my own personal perspective what it means to be an innovative practitioner. In doing that, there's a few areas I'm going to cover. So the first one is why it's important to be innovative and tech savvy in teaching, how these all fit towards a professional teaching training standards, learning theories that support these ideas, and using aspects from a range of reflective models to analyse and reflect on what it is to be an innovative practitioner. So traditionally, these video reflective blogs are created using Screencast-O-Matic, but one of my innovative resources that I created or utilised in benefiting education was the use of smartphones and smartphone technology. So I decided to use constructivist theory and model what is possible by using smartphone technology. So I've used social media format Snapchat to create this, as you can tell by the filters, looking lovely, tropical. And then I've saved the videos from Snapchat, imported them into iMovie, and created this video reflective blog. How I see it is, if I'm able to do it and utilise the resources that I have available to create something to benefit myself and my education, then there's no reason why students are not able to do that as well.
Why is it important to be an innovative and tech-savvy teaching practitioner?
So I'll start by saying that at the beginning of this project, I didn't believe wholeheartedly that being an innovative and tech-savvy teacher was integral to art education. And I think that's due to the lack of funding and resource that's available. And through placement, I've learned to, I suppose, deal with the lack of technology. And then as a result, not really see it as necessary. But through delving into innovative resource and ICT as a use and tool to promote learning, I think it's really changed my mind on what it means to be innovative and how you can be innovative and what that means to the learners as well. Being an innovative practitioner means to be constantly thinking outside of the box and utilising the tools that you've got available in a way that pushes and drives learning and changes students' minds and alters the way that they think they can use stuff. And I think that's really important, especially in an art and design creative context, because we integrate with technology on a daily basis quite regularly, and I think that deducting that from learning is kind of, I suppose, influential to how students see education. And I don't think that's completely necessary, because we learn a lot from the portable devices and our smartphones that we carry around with us every day. So why not embed that and utilise that? Ken Robinson, in his RSA talk, Changing Educational Paradigms, summarises, in my, and obviously in his opinion, what's lacking in current education. And I think that's innovative approaches to teaching and learning, and the embedding of ICT and technology in
Children are living in the most intensely stimulating period in the history of the earth. They're being besieged with information and calls for their attention from every platform, computers, from iPhones, from advertising hoardings, from hundreds of television channels. And we're penalising them now for getting distracted. From what? Boring stuff at school.
2.
How innovation and innovative resources fit towards professional teacher training standards.
Why is being an innovative practitioner deemed important by professional standards, and what standards support this? So there's 8 professional standards that I think are most influential towards being an innovative practitioner and using innovative resources in education. And they are: number 4, be creative and innovative in selecting and adapting strategies to help learners learn. 5, value and promote social and cultural diversity, equality of opportunity, inclusion. 6, build positive and collaborative relationships with colleagues and learners. 7, to maintain and update knowledge of your subject or vocational area. 13. Motivate and inspire learners to promote achievement and develop their skills to enable progression. 14. Plan and deliver effective learning programs for diverse groups of individuals in a safe and inclusive environment. And 15. Promote the benefits of technology and support learners in its use. And 16. Address the English and mathematical needs of learners and work creatively to overcome individual barriers to learning. The most important and influential one out of these, I would say, is number 13, to motivate and inspire learners to promote achievement and develop their skills to enable progression. And I think that using ICT-based resources and using technology innovatively does this. 3, baby.
Learning theories that underpin and support the ideas and use of innovative resources and strategies within teaching and learning.
Cognitive learning theory is always focused on how students process information and the best educational strategies educators can to use to promote student understanding of material. As educators, it is up to us to vary our teaching strategies with the understanding that individual students process information in unique ways. Students can process limited amounts of information at any given point in a class, but that information is far more likely to be retained in long-term memory if the information being presented is paired with a unique experience or relies upon multiple sensory inputs during the presentation.
The use of technology and innovative resources within lessons is underpinned by the theory of cognitivism. Cognitivism suggests that students learn best when being faced with unique and multisensory experiences. Using technology in art classrooms isn't often seen, and it's not often used, and as a result I find that students tend to become complacent with their learning styles. So to incorporate new and interesting ideas and ways that we can teach can trigger and invest in the subject matter and pique curiosity for discovering. This kind of curiosity embeds deep learning. So experiential learning theories suggest that students who engage in an experience whilst being taught can implement deep and meaningful learning, which is really what we want. So by using innovative practice, we can optimise student learning and get the best that we can from students, which is essential. When students feel motivated, inspired and engaged by a subject matter, and if they're being taught that by tools and utensils that they're so familiar with already, it's a win-win all around. It's a win from a teacher's perspective because the teachers are embedding and deep learning within students, and that's fulfilling in itself. On the other hand, students are genuinely learning and changing their minds and altering everything that they know. They're altering what they know and they're altering the way in which they interact with this technology moving forward. So it's really incredibly beneficial.
Constructivist learning theory.
So, as well as cognitivism and experiential learning, constructivist learning theory is at play here. So, constructivist learning theory suggests that modelling and scaffolding also instill deep and meaningful learning. And in creating this video blog and using my proposed innovative resources to create that is a prime example of modelling. So I am using myself as an experiment to show the students what can be attained through the things that I'm suggesting.
Reflecting upon being an innovative practitioner using a range of reflective models.
Kolb's learning cycle is one of the most influential learning cycles for me. I feel as if it encapsulates everything you need to effectively reflect and proceed forward from any experience. So it starts with concrete experience, having an experience. So the experience we talk about now is being an innovative practitioner. And I must say I haven't had much practice in that due to being pre-service. However, the whole experience of creating this, as I've already said when I started, I felt as though there was no room for innovation in this sense that especially within technology, I didn't think it was worthy or necessary. But upon digging deeper, I've grown open and more willing and excited for using innovative practices, which is good because I think I'm really excited to use different resources and innovation in my classroom. Abstract conceptualism, concluding and learning from the experience. So I've gauged as I was a negative, now I'm a positive for it. What have I learnt from this experience? I've learnt that anything can be a resource, and that moving forward, I really take that into play. I'd like to progress and use a resource to enable to embed various different subjects. So now I've effectively used ICT and phone technology in lessons. I'd like to be able to embed English and maths in the same way. One of my innovative resources is an English resource. So my next moving forward will be a mathematics resource and how to embed that within our education in meaningful ways. Next step in the cycle is active experimentation. Unfortunately, due to final major projects and the closing of the year, I'm unable to start introducing new elements in lessons and more facilitating an environment at the minute of students being able to finish their final major projects. However, I think that the use of technology is something I'm going to carry forward. I'm going to, experiment with that in a proposal writing class. We've hired a computer room, so hopefully using that and innovate and using the blogs at the same time will be really beneficial for the students. I also think that engaging with mobile technology is something that I'm going to push a lot further and try to get students involved with in this project and in the future. So to summarise, for Kolb's learning cycle, wasn't a fan, did the research, put the time and effort in, became a fan. Now feel as though moving forward I will push and drive being an innovative practitioner and utilising all areas of everything that I can possibly use as learning utensils for students. And in the future I'm going to experiment with the resources I've created and maintain a keen eye for making more resources and interacting with teachers and peers and anybody else who can give me ideas and influence on how to do that. Reflecting using Brookfield's lenses gives me an extra insight. So he says we need to reflect with self, on our self-practice, about students, what their opinion would be, peers, and any theory that's involved. I feel like I've done that essentially throughout the whole of this slide, but to overview self, I think I've definitely learnt from this experience and benefited future. From the student's perspective, I think that students will benefit hugely from this, and it will make it more exciting and interesting and interactive. Peers, I think, will take a lot from this, especially in art environments. We create artistic communities, we can all work together. And from theory that's been discussed already, cognitivism, constructivism, and experiential learning theories.
I wanted to use Rolf et al.'s reflection theory also, but looking closer at it, I realised I've essentially covered it already. So what happened? So what about it? I learnt a lot from it. I learnt a lot from this process, and I'm going to drive that forward. And I think, in hindsight, that'll make me a better teacher. I want to be the best within my subject, and I really want to impact students' lives and make a difference, and utilising this technology will help me to do that. So what's next? Putting into practice what I have learned. So stay tuned, and you will see what happens, and hope for the best, fingers crossed for me, fingers crossed for all us teacher trainers and the students whose lives we are going to impact.
So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reflective video in me going through the process. I was trying to save that till the end, but here's me in my face mask, ready to bathe and wash away and learn some more and put into practice what I have learned. Thank you for watching. Peace and love. Bye.